Hey everybody, how's it going? DNA Hanks here. Just want to talk about a purchase that I made about 2 weeks ago. I've been kind of humming and hawing if I should make this video or not. Reason being, at first, I gotta say, I wasn't too keen on it, but it's grown on me. It has grown on me. It's the Benchmade bug out. It's my first bug out. I did pimp it out with some Flytanium, copper scales, and some gold titanium hardware. It looks very nice. It's a beautiful blade for sure. You know, as you can see, it's got the S30V steel, which is quite good. Action's nice. It's a beautiful knife. I mean, it really is. Now, the reason I was humming and hawing about making this video is because I initially wanted to sell it at first. But I decided not to. I'll give you a couple reasons why. I mean, I guess I've carried this for just over a week now and I've been using it. And, you know, I guess what made me buy this knife was the name, the bugout, right? Because for me, a lot of people don't know, my close friends do and things like that, but I mean, I'm definitely a prepper, you know. I've got multiple bug out rolls from the Canadian prepper that he sells on his store. They're amazing. I'm not like advocating to go buy from him or anything like that, but you know, it's just put it this way. The name attracted me to this knife. After using it, do I think this knife is good for a bug out situation? Honestly, no, I don't. Couple reasons why. The liner only goes up to right here, and it's only on one side. It's extremely weak, extremely weak. Would I call this a hard use knife? Definitely not. Good buddy of mine actually had a bug out, and he had the FRN scales on it, like it came regularly, and he was just feathering a stick and trying to make a feather stick for some fire, and he twisted when he's feathering just as normal use, and the scales both broke and snapped in his hand. Luckily he didn't cut his fingers off or anything. So, you know, I thought, yeah, maybe if I add some Flytanium to it, it's going to add a bit more heft. But at the end of the day, it's all about having that small little liner here, which is, you know, I don't want people coming on here being like, oh, but it's light and everything, this and that. I get why they named it a bug out in a sense, because it's light. Because a lot of times when you're bugging out, people really care about pack loads and weights, right? Every ounce matters. Every ounce matters when you're in a situation when you need to hit the hills, you know, run for the hills or whatever you're gonna do, right? Every ounce matters. But for me, I would never take this in a bug out situation. It's just not hard use enough. Is this knife EDC perfection? Yeah, I think it is pretty damn close to an EDC perfection knife. Now, as you can see, I suck with it, and that's fine. I'm not very good with it. But yeah, for an EDC everyday carry, this does great, you know, cutting boxes, cutting paper, breaking down cardboard. But that's not what I use my knives for. I go in the bush, right? I would carry a fixed blade for a bug out situation, 100%. Or I would carry something with it, you know, that triad lock system, like a cold steel, really good cold steel knife or something, but preferably a fixed blade. I mean, is there a 90-degree angle on this where you can strike a ferrous rod? I don't think so. You know, doesn't look like it to me. How can I justify this being a bug out? I just can't. I think they should have named it differently. Now, it is a nice knife. I'll give it that. But I just don't think it's suited for a bug out situation, in my personal opinion. That being said, I like it. It's light, but I mean, honestly, if you're bugging out in the bush, I mean, okay, what if you're bugging out in the city? Might be a little bit different, but for me, bugging out means you're heading up in the mountains, right? And what the hell am I gonna do with this in the mountains? Sweet fuck all. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Am I gonna do batoning with this? Hell no. Can I feather a stick with this? Well, no, I can't. Given off the basis from what I heard from a friend, you know. Another thing I don't like is the axis lock, the Omega spring on it. It's just so tiny. It looks just quite fragile, in my opinion. You know, it looks very, very fragile. So, would I call this an EDC perfection knife? Yeah, it's pretty close to an EDC perfection knife, if that's what you're doing it. If that's what your goal is to carry a nice light knife around where you can EDC, you know, cut your little zap straps, do your little paper tests, whatever the hell you're doing with it, great. But for me, a bug out means a hard used blade. I would probably take, you know, a K-bar, an SA. I'd probably take my Ontario SP 15 Land, Sea, and Air knife out. That's actually in my bug out roll right now. It's just, for me, I wish they would have named it differently because it is a little bit misleading. That being said, I do like it, you know. At first I was trying to sell this knife, and then I kind of realized, you know what, I really like this knife. I just don't think it's named properly. That's all. That's literally my only gripe with it, is the name is misleading. When I pictured myself, I'm thinking, okay, I'm buying a bug out. You know, I looked up some reviews on it. Never had one in hand. Now that I have one in hand, would this go in my bug out bag? No, definitely not. There's probably 20 other knives that I would choose that would go in my bug out bag. This one, no way in hell. You know, I mean, you're sitting there, you're feathering sticks, right? And then you're twisting it, and then the handles snap off on the FRN. That can literally cut your whole hand off. Okay? Can you use this as a throwing knife to hunt? No, you can't. Can you baton or make, you know, can you strike a Ferris rod with it? No, you can't. So, I mean, would this be good for the bush? Absolutely not. Is it good for your EDC, everyday carry, where you're just kind of walking around and doing stuff? 100%. So I kind of wish they would have named this knife something else. But that's just my personal opinion. You know, I get it why they named it the bug out, because it's all about lightweight. But for me, if you're in a bug out situation, I don't really care. I don't give a damn if it's 2 or 3 extra ounces on the knife, as long as it's stronger, you know. And if you're really in a bug out situation, you should be trying to pack the most weight that you possibly can to effectively make yourself stronger so you can carry more weight at the end of the day. Not trying to lessen your load continually. I get that it saves on calories or anything, but it's not going to do anything for you physically at the end of the day. So that's just my personal take on the bug out. Do I like it? Yes. Do I love it? No. Anyways, I haven't posted a vid for a while, so I wanted to, you know, I want to throw up a video for you guys on this, and my personal thoughts on it. I do like it with the Flytanium. It has a much better feel. I'm gonna say it feels like a lot more sturdy than it did before. But yeah, for a bug out situation, if you're an actual prepper like me, this would be a hard pass, 100%. But yeah, as a regular EDC, beautiful knife, expensive knife. But that's pretty much my thoughts on the Benchmade bug out. And some of you guys, if you disagree, you know, throw a comment up and let me know. If you agree, throw a comment up. If you like the video, if you don't like it, hit like, hit dislike. comment on what you'd like or don't like about it. It really doesn't matter. I'm all for some good banter about it, you know. So that being said, guys, that's my video for today. Sorry I haven't posted one for a while. Been a crazy week. Yeah. Hope you all have a good day, and I shall talk to you later.